Hi, and welcome to another episode of Newsworthy Minute. Today we have a special topic, which is the International Women's Day. And I will play a little game with a special guest with us today. This is Elda.
Hi, Julia. Good day. How are you?
Hi, good morning, Elda. I'm so glad you can join our call today, our little podcast session. So I already announced we are playing a game. This is a very simple game. Everyone knows it. It's two truths and one lie.
Okay.
Tell me like two things that are true about you and one thing that is false about you. And I'll do the same. I can start actually if you want. So my favorite hobby as a kid was ice skating. My favorite food is my favorite dessert is tiramisu, and I used to drive go-kart professionally with 14.
That's really hard, Julia.
I'm sorry.
I would go by the lie would be that you skated as a kid.
I did skate as a kid. Sorry. But I was not a professional go-kart driver. But it's really nice you thought that I could do this with like 14-year-old. This is very cool. I wish I would have done that as a kid. Honestly, it's not too late. So maybe in a few years you will see me on some kind of racetrack.
Perfect. Okay, my turn. I really like hamburgers. I speak Dutch. And I speak German.
Oh, this is really hard. I'm sorry. Is the lie that you like hamburgers a lot?
No, I do not speak Dutch.
Okay. Thank you. Awesome. Well, I know we spent a lot of time welcoming our guest Elda today. Elda, you lead the WIT site in Spain.
Yeah, that's
and
correct.
You do something really special there. You started a newsletter as well. Could you tell me a little bit, and our guests, our viewers, about Women in Tech and the newsletter? That would be really great.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I started in NetApp not long ago, but I immediately started to build a chapter from Spain. It was a challenge because of the pandemic, right? We had to work from home, and so it has gone slowly, but we have gotten into a point where not only Spain, but lots of new chapters of women in technology have aroused. As you know, like for example, yourself, that you started the DACH region with chapter. We have a new leader for the Netherlands. I mean, France and the UK are quite active, and I detected that there was no, there was no bond in communication. Like all of our initiatives were not really public, and that was a shame, right? Because we work a lot to maintain this organization, Women in Technology, and what we want is that everyone knows what's going on in our efforts. So therefore, we started the newsletter. When I say we, it's not only myself. I have a team of people in the chapter from Spain that it's collaborating, and we all of us started gathering ideas on how to do it. And we started by taking all of the initiatives from other sites and putting them into the newsletter. But that was not enough content. So we started thinking, what is special every month to actually publish? So we started as well a interview with two women that were relevant in the same position, to understand what was their point of view, right? So that's one part of the
That's
section.
awesome.
Yeah, right. I mean, to account managers or to executive assistants, or yeah, so women that were in the company, and they were explaining us what was important, what they have learned, so that you can see every month. Plus a topic of the special date of the month. As we know, on March it's going to be International Women's Day, so that's what it's going to be the article about. So that's why the newsletter started, right? Because we needed to publish and to make everyone aware and to participate in the Women in Technology organization.
Yeah, that's really great. I'm so happy you actually started this. I know you already interviewed me as well as like a DACH site leader, and I was able to share some topics. That was really fun. And your team is also super engaged. So I'm really glad that exists. And just for our viewers, what is WIT in NetApp exactly? And like, how do we actually contribute to the community and initiatives?
So I would say that when you take WIT in the US, WIT in Asia Pacific, and WIT in EMEA, we share the same values, but it's a different perspective. When you talk about women in technology in Europe and Middle East and Africa, what we're trying to do is act as a diversity group that wants to involve not only women, but all of the groups that want to be part of WIT, right? We have Pride at NetApp. We have Luna, that is a Latin United in NetApp. And all of these, like Black Lives Matter, all of this inclusion or diversity or affinity groups that exist in the US, they're not as present in EMEA. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to support, right? We're trying to include them, because at the end of the day, women in technology is not about women over men or women over anything else. It's about inclusion. It's about we are equal, all of us, no matter religion or sexual preference or nationality or obviously gender, right? So what we're trying to do is we're trying to include everyone and unify this concept within NetApp.
Thank you. This is a very beautiful perspective. And just to close the topic, I saw a statistic that in Germany, for example, 17% only are women in the IT sector. So this is a big thing to work on. And I'm really glad that we have the affinity group and some resources to work on that in our company.
Yeah, completely right. I mean, it's a need. If we want to have equal statistics, right? We need to include and attract female talent, because not just because we're female, but because two genders are composing the world, right? And we need to have this as well in a company. And it's not only about attracting them, but at this point, it's as well about maintaining them and raising them, right? Because one of the constraints or one of the difficulties that women face is family or is health or is any other topics that they're attracted into the IT industry and they don't last for many years as the male contributors, right? So what we want to do is attract and then maintain them, and obviously by raising them and leveraging their careers, that's how we can maintain them.
Very true. Thank you so much for being my guest today, Elda.
Thank you so much for having me, Julia.